Let me quickly talk to you about a topic you are going to love. We are going to speak about new LLC low doc business loan using EIN only and no personal guarantee. So here are proven ways to please lenders and get generous approvals. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, we are going to speak about new LLC low doc business loan using EIN only and no personal guarantee. So I'm going to share with you a few proven ways that you can please lenders, you can use to please lenders and get generous approvals. First thing first, let's talk about liquidity. Oh yeah, you are trying to get a new LLC low doc business loan. So you need to demonstrate your liquidity to the lender. What is liquidity? Your cash flows, your ka-ching, your paper, your bread. All right, boss? If you're listening to me right now and I'm talking about you have a new LLC, that's true. But you need to demonstrate that you are positive, you have enough cash. Not a lot of cash, but you need to have something at the personal level because your LLC is kind of new. So your LLC is not generating revenue yet, right? This is important. We got to really mark a clear separation between the LLC and your personal affairs. But in this particular case, if you have a new LLC, you have to demonstrate to the lender that you can have access to cash at your personal level. So when we talk about this, and you can do it two ways, actually. You can do this either at the business level, but also at the personal level. At the business level, you have to prove, you have to create projected financial statements. Especially, there is a statement called a cash flow statement. So you need to have a projected cash flow statement. That's number one, option number one. Option number two, you are talking about actual numbers. So, but that's at the personal level. So you show the lender, hey, listen, I do have some little cash. I have some cash on the side. So if push comes to shove, I will pay you guys with my personal asset, with my personal cash. It's really important. So when we talk about, demonstrating liquidity to the lender, we're speaking about actually demonstrating liquidity in three categories. So lenders look at cash flow from operating activities, cash flow from investing activities, and cash flow from financing activities. That's if you have a projected financial statements. At the personal level, you just have to show them your cash. So they'll probably ask you to provide your bank statements so they can see your cash balances, your daily balances, all that kind of stuff. But at the business level, make sure if you want to prepare a projected statement of cash flow, they will pay it. Make sure that you have your net cash at year end versus at the beginning. It has to make sense. That delta, that range must make sense, okay? And the lender will pay attention to your cash flow trends over 3, 6, and 12 months. We are speaking about projected cash flows. So you have to make sure that you actually prepare the right statement with the right assumptions, okay? Money, boss. Do you know how to prepare a projected financial statement? Do you know how to just prepare a projected statement of cash flow? If you can't do it, please outsource the task. You can go on Fiverr, you can go on Freelancer, you can go on Upwork. You can hire someone locally to do it for you. There are a lot of places where they can help you out, or you can just have QuickBooks, and QuickBooks will prepare this for you. Now, you have to do another thing. That's the loan proceeds. If you are trying to get a new LLC low doc business loan using EIN only and no personal guarantee, you have to explain to the lender what you are going to use the loan for. See, a lot of people make the mistake of applying for a loan, and they just leave the lender in the dark. Like the lender has to guess what they're going to use the cash for. No, You have to articulate. I'm not saying just saying, I need $1 million because I'm gonna use the $1 million to go to Punta Cana to just to chill, or I'm opening a massage place in Punta Cana. No. You have to explain, you have to articulate. Tell them, why this makes sense. What are you going to use the money for? How is it going to generate revenue? Very important. Because it's all about revenue generation. It's all about income generation. The lender is not giving your ass cash because they love you or because they just admire you or they adore you, whatever. No. It's all business. This is strictly business. It's super duper business. So, boss, hey, be clear about what you need the money for. Do you need the money for inventory? Do you need the cash for operations? Do you need the cash for payroll? Is it logistics that you need the money for? Let's talk about that. Expansion. You are new LLC. Are you trying to expand quickly? Or do you need the cash for equipment financing, for office equipment? What is it? Talk to me about that. Talk to me about it, And the thing is, hey, listen, right now, I'm just telling you, if you don't have a clear explanation ready, you're not going to get the loan. And I don't care if you hate my ass. I'm telling you the truth. Okay? I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the stuff that you need to hear right now so that your ass does not get rejected when you apply for that loan. So you need to have a clear explanation about what you need the money for. So big decision time now for you. Big decision time. I want you to write down on a piece of paper why you need the money. You have to be clear. You have to be granular. So, for instance, if you are asking for $50,000, you have to say, listen, I'm going to use $10,000 for inventory. I'm going to use $25,000 for operations. I'm going to use $5,000 for payroll. This is the level of granularity I want you to have. This is the level of detail I want you to have. Very important. The third thing you need to actually remember, and always remember this, I want you to keep it in your mind, get in your brain, and keep it there, is lenders. You have to be very careful. When we talk about new LLC, low doc business loan using EIN only, you need to seek out lenders who understand your sector. This is really important. And the thing is that, people might say, well, we can't really talk about this, blah, blah, blah. No, you got to really have a clear idea about the lenders who understand your sector. Are you trying to open a medical facility? Are you trying to open a fitness facility? Are you trying to open a garage, a car garage, whatever? You have to go to a lender who understands your industry, okay? And it's really important to know that if this lender has given money to other businesses in the past, this is really good. Not giving money, loaned money. Okay, so you really want to have a track record here. It's really important. And so we want to pay attention to lenders who also give you attractive APRs. Don't you go for lenders who are giving you prohibitively high APRs. No, that's just going to this is just really crazy, and you don't want that. So you definitely don't want that. So this is really important. Another thing is that, so when we talk about low doc, let's just clarify that. Low documentation does not mean no documentation, okay? Low documentation means that you will probably be asked 2 or 3 pieces of evidence, maybe your bank statements, okay, maybe your financial statements, maybe your proof of income, something like this. So do not think that they are not going to ask you anything. No, when we talk about low doc, the lender wants to see something. They have to see something. Okay, so when we think about this, you want to actually, when we talking about low doc business loans, you want to actually you want to steer towards alternative lenders. Some banks and credit unions can help you out too if you have the strong relationship, if you have a very strong relationship with them. But most importantly, most prominently, those lenders who will take care of you the most are alternative lenders. Okay, I'm speaking about Smart Biz. I'm speaking about Lendio. I'm speaking about Kalamata. I'm speaking about Balboa Capital. All these players, we have reviewed them on other shows. So if you are interested if you want to know more, you can go into a catalog of videos. Just search for Kalamata, for instance. Search for Lendio. Search for Smart Biz. Search for Balboa Capital, or anything else, and you will get the review we have had. Or just drop us a question below, and we'll just answer you. Son, daughter, I'm still having a conversation with you about your new LLC, low doc business loan. So you are trying to get the loan using EIN only, right? You don't want to have PG, no personal guarantee. So what I want you to do right now, I want you to really write a business plan for me. I want you to write an entrancing, a captivating business plan. Okay, because the whole thing is you want to convince the lender, right? I mean, this is what it is. I mean, otherwise, why are we even sitting here? We're having a conversation about your company's future, your LLC's future, your LLC's success, right? That's what we're talking about. All right, so you need to write a business plan. And I'm not even asking you to write it. I mean, maybe you have no knack. Maybe you have no ability to write a business plan. And that's okay. That's okay, because you know what? Everybody has different talents. That's fine. But you just want to outsource it. I mean, we've said this before. We said, and I'm just saying this all the time because people feel like they have to know everything. You don't have to know everything, son, daughter, grandpa, grandma, mom, dad. You don't have to know everything. It is okay because you have your own talent, your own God-given talent. The good Lord has blessed you with talents, but maybe it's not business plan writing. It's okay. So outsource the task to someone else. Hire a business plan writer locally, or hire someone online. You have Fiverr, you have Upwork, you have Freelancer, you have TopTal. There is a constellation of websites where you can just hire someone for a reasonable price. $200, $300. It is worth it. Believe me, it is worth it. You can use business plan software. You have Enloop. You have BizPlan. You have LivePlan. There are a lot of software tools out there. Okay, or you can just hire someone locally. I've said this before, but yeah, you can even hire a company. There are companies that write business plans for LLCs, for S corporations, for C corporations, and what have you. Okay, so this is important. And you also want to summarize the business plan into a 1 or 2 page pitch format. One thing I definitely don't want you to do, and this is a big decision time. Do me a favor. Hey, do me a favor. Do not download from the internet a cheap ass template and trying to customize it. Never do that. Never. Okay, if you do that, I don't want your ass to talk to me for the rest of my life. I don't want you. You know why? Because you are belittling yourself. You are reducing your credibility. What's up with that? It is so sad. If you do this, this is so sad. If you're currently doing this, I want you to stop doing that. Quit doing that. It is really sad. It's really sad. Really sad. Don't ever do that. I want you to write a business plan yourself from scratch. Yourself, or have someone write it from scratch. Let's talk about your FICO score, shall we? We're talking about a new LLC, low doc business loan, using EIN only. I mean, we are talking about EIN only, right? Employer identification number. That's important, that's for sure. But the thing is that, you need to maintain a high FICO score personally. What I'm trying to say here is that you want the lender to just give you credit without looking at your business credit. Okay. I mean, without looking at your personal credit. Okay. But if you have a new LLC, the thing is that you have not established any operational history yet. So this is one of those rare moments where the lender will want to take another look at your personal FICO, because they are thinking that, hey, listen, this LLC does not have any operational history, okay, and so there's nothing we can base our decision on, which is different if you were an established LLC, because at that time you would have established already some kind of history, some kind of track record for the lender to look at. So this is why they would pay attention occasionally to your FICO score. So FICO score, we all understand when it comes to loans and credit cards and what have you. You got to have a high FICO score or a reasonable FICO score, right? The higher, the better. The higher, the better. So remember, low doc business loan using EIN only for a new LLC sometimes means that all eyes are on you, on your personal FICO score. Okay, and there is no contradiction here. There's no dichotomy here. There's no contradiction between EIN only and FICO score. No, because you have a new LLC, and in some rare cases, the lender will want to pay attention to that. Obviously, the loan will come out of your business name, so the loan will not go into your FICO score. It will not go into your credit report. No, the loan will get into your business's name. Okay, but during the underwriting process, the lender might, in some cases, want to look at your FICO score. So the 5 elements of your FICO score, right? Your payment history, your credit utilization ratio, your credit mix, your length of credit, okay, your length of credit history, and also the number of credit inquiries that you have. So there are a lot of places where you can just go and check out your FICO score for free. So you can go to annualcreditreport.com, Credit Karma, NerdWallet, Wallet Hub, among other places. Okay, so credit card, boss. What is your FICO score? Is it up there in 700 or 800, or it is down there around 300 or 400? Answer me. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Studio Kiwi Show. We're also having a conversation about new LLC low doc business loan using EIN only, and we want to have a conversation about some of the hacks that can help you actually increase your chances of being approved for that low doc business loan. And I want to speak now about your balance sheet. And you see, a balance sheet, again, when we speak about balance sheet or statement of cash flows or income statement or any financial report regarding a new LLC, we are systematically talking about a projected set of financial statements. So that will be a projected balance sheet, a projected statement of cash flows, a projected income statement. You know why? Because your LLC has no operational, no track record yet. So all you can do is just project, estimate. Okay, you can hypothesize. You're using hypothetical numbers. That's what it is. I mean, those numbers could be hypothetical, but they must be realistic. What I'm trying to say is that don't you try to, start having your LLC. You're gonna make money first year 1 million, 10 million or 20 million first year, second year 200 million, third year 2 billion. No, that ain't gonna happen. Everybody knows that. Even if you're the best, if you're a genius in business, it doesn't happen that way. So have realistic numbers. So when we speak about your balance sheet, your projected balance sheet, you need to show your LLC's projected assets at the end of the first year, at the end of the second year, the third year, the fifth year. It depends on the time window that you want to consider. Some people do it like 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and 5 years. Okay, so you want to show your projected assets, your projected liability, and you also want to show also your projected owner's equity. Okay, so this is your contribution to the business. Very important. Okay, so one thing I want to say here is that the lender is going to look at they are going to perform a comparative analysis of your short-term assets versus your long-term assets to kind of see the delta. They will do the same thing for your short-term liabilities versus your long-term liabilities and see the delta, see the range, if there is any discrepancy. There are a lot of ways to analyze the balance sheet. I'm not going into detail here, but you have financial ratios, for example. You have quantitative models that will help you analyze a balance sheet. Our team does this all the time. But again, I don't want to bore you with those technicalities. But bottom line is, you want to have a balance sheet. And again, same thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it means that you have to outsource the task. Okay. And so money. How are you going to prove to the lender on your projected balance sheet the kind of money the kind of hypothetical money that your business could make, your LLC could make the first year, second year, third year, and or fifth year? I'm going to close today's conversation with legitimacy. Legitimacy is very important, and we're speaking about your new LLC. Yes, you have a new LLC. Okay. So how legitimate is your LLC? Do you even have an LLC? Like the thing is, you probably get the paperwork from the state. Okay, they tell you, hey, listen, your LLC has been created. Okay, do you have updated articles of organization? Because you need to have a legit LLC to convince the lender that, hey, listen, you are serious. You are seriously an entity, and that you want to be considered as such. Okay, and it's really important. Legitimacy is really important because it shows that you are compliant with rules and regulations at the federal level, but also at the state level. This is important, okay? And you also have to understand, when you talk about your being legit, you got to have your EIN, because we are speaking about using having this new LLC, low doc business loan, using EIN only. So you got to have an EIN, an employer identification number. This is really important. And you get this from the IRS. By the way, you get this from the IRS. You just have to go to their website and you put in your info, and the whole survey takes about 15 minutes. And once you're done, you run everything, they'll just give you your EIN. Obviously, later on, they will send you a letter in the mail, so you have a clear idea. You can keep that for your archives, whatever. But you get the answer after 15 minutes online. Okay, and so when we talk about, so you have to explain that your business is legit in terms of registered agent, in terms of let's say you have a certificate of good standing. This is really important. Those are really important. You need to have a business plan. That I've said this before. Okay, you need to actually explain the use of loan proceeds. You need to talk to the lender about your employment taxes. If you hire people, if you have staff, are you paying taxes for those individuals? Really important. What are your business licenses and permits? Do you have them? Very important. Okay, so the whole thing is, you are trying to show the lender that your business has a legal right to exist, that you are not running afoul of any laws at the federal and state levels. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about new LLC, low doc business loan using EIN only, and I gave you a few hacks that will help you actually please lenders and get approved ASAP. So we spoke about liquidity, we spoke about loan proceeds, we spoke about lenders, we spoke about business plan, we spoke about FICO Score, we spoke about balance sheet, and we spoke about legitimacy. Very important. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless you. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.